Buona giornata! Welcome to my channel. So today we are going to play with the new Colourpop and Iluvsarahii collection. It is the Through My Eyes collection and I'm so excited for this. I have not been excited for a Colourpop release in a really long time, so hopefully this lives up to what I want it to be. We're also going to do some comparison of other Colourpop palettes just because Colourpop is releasing a million palettes a year now, so I really want to see if this is truly unique. So we're going to put it on, we're going to swatch it, we're going to compare it, all that good stuff. Don't forget to subscribe before we get started. I really appreciate it. And let's go ahead and jump into this video. I went ahead and primed my eyes with some Tarte Shape Tape and then just put some powder underneath in case there's fallout. You never know. We're going to start off with Wild Soul because if you guys know me, these are my favorite colors. Like anything mustard and yellowy, I'm like super excited about. So I'm just going to work this through the crease. I'm going to try to stick to a simple look today. But yeah, I feel like the Kathleen Lights one is a little bit cheaper, but it's also smaller. And I feel like Colourpop has definitely stepped up its game as far as packaging goes and including a mirror and having their names on the palette. But at the same time, like, I feel like everyone loves Colourpop because it's so affordable. And so when they hike up the prices, I think they, you know, it just kind of sucks for everyone. You know, I'd rather be able to afford the makeup and not care as much about all the fine details, but I still appreciate it. And it's not like it's, I mean, it's $23, so it's still an affordable palette, but it always sucks when you love a brand for, you know, mostly because of the price and the great products, and then when it starts going up, you're like, what happened? Alright, so this is blending out beautifully. Definitely my shade. I have no idea what I'm going to dip into next, but we will figure it out. Okay, so next for the crease, I'm going to grab a smaller brush and grab this shade right here, which is Misbehave. But how have you guys been feeling about Colourpop? Because I'm overwhelmed. That's why I haven't bought a lot of the recent ones. I'm just like, it's too much. I also didn't buy Iluvsarahii's like last palette, what was it? The Dose of Colors one, which I know a lot of people are like, I feel like she reused some colors, but at this point everyone's reusing colors, you know, so it's hard to like find a palette where you're like, oh, that's super unique to me, you know. And that one was $35 and you got a lot less shades. It got good reviews, but I just didn't feel like I was going to pick it up enough to use it. I'm already noticing with this palette, I like it. It's blending out beautifully. There's no problems. But at the same time, like, there's no... I kind of wish there was a medium brown shade. I would have rather done that in the crease. Like, there's this one, but it's more of like a fiery, like, brick type color, not like a cocoa brown. You know what I mean? Like, is kind of what I need that. Alright, next I'm going to grab this deep purple, which is Divina, and we're going to do a cut crease. I think I'm going to do a cut crease today, so I'm going to just take that right above the crease, just really lightly, just to deepen up the outer part. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and cut the crease on this side, and then we'll figure out a lid shade. I'm going to pick up this red shade, Lomo, and I just used the Tarte Shape Tape to cut my crease. I didn't know if I was going to use this red, but I feel like those are like the two uniquest colors. Like, not really unique, but like my eye obviously goes to the red and then that green, but I feel like everyone's going to be doing the Emerald Dream color, so it's like, I'm going to go in with the red. I'm going to go all out, so... We'll see. I did wet my brush with some Fix Plus. I do that with every palette, every single shimmer, so that's not bad. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go in with a clean crease brush and just kind of work through it. But I like the color. It definitely, like in the pan, it looks like it's gonna be like a red, and it's more like a neon-y, like pink red. It's a unique, it's like a watermelon color, but I really like it. I like it a lot. So I'm gonna add liner and lashes, and then let's figure out the lower lash line and do some lip swatches. Okay, I'm back. These are Teas by Lily Lashes. So I didn't wipe away the powder just because I wanted you guys to see that there was zero fallout with any of the shades. So I very much appreciate that. A little bit really doesn't bother me, but you just never know, you know? You don't know till you know. Alright, if you guys hear Game of Thrones, my husband's rewatching it. I got time for that. Alright, so we're gonna try this out, and if I don't like it, we'll do black. But I kind of want to do a little bit of this like light baby pink. This is Pink of Me from Marc Jacobs. Okay, so we're going to start with the same crease shade we first used, which is that yellow mustardy shade. We're going to take that pretty far down. Which palette did you like? Which was your favorite Colourpop collab this year? Like, or influencer collab? I'm happy that influencers get a chance. But at the same time, like, Colourpop has now collabed with like the same people over and over and over again. And sometimes I feel like a lot of brands are doing that lately. And I'm just like, there's so many YouTubers out there. I don't really get why. Like, I get that maybe their first one sold really well, so let's do a second one. But it's also like, you know, they could give other people a chance. That would be nice. I feel like this definitely, though, was like more suitable for me in terms of a palette I would use every day, whereas like the Dose of Colors one that she did, I was like, I'll reach for that for special occasions, but I wouldn't reach for it all the time. Okay, and a nice small brush, I'm gonna grab that purple shade, that deep purple, Divina, and pop that in between. Okay, so I still feel like I need it to be a little bit darker just to kind of match the upper half. So I think I am going to take Misbehave and smoke it out a little bit more. Oh, and then let's go ahead. We're going to pop that watermelon shade just because I love the shade and I kind of want to connect it underneath as well. We're going to kind of just take that right into the, just right there, just a little bit. Just the tip of the eye. Okay. For inner corner, there's not a lot as far as you kind of get this shade and then you have the shade In a Wink. In a Wink I think is going to be too pale. Like, it's not really like a shimmer. I think it's like a satin. So we're going to use Lucido? Is that how you say that? For that inner corner. It's pretty. It's not, as far as the highlight shade goes, I mean, it's working. It's definitely a little bit, it's not a white, is what I'm saying. Like, it's not going to pop as much as like a white shimmer would, but it definitely works. But I would probably still grab like a white shimmery shade, you know? Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to zoom back a little bit. We'll do lips and then swatches and all that good stuff. Okay, so she came out with a little trio. I think you can still purchase them individually, but I was just kind of, the red in here I'm not that excited about. The other two shades I was really excited about, but money-wise I just got it as a bundle, which was $39. Yeah, so it was just easier to do that than to like, yeah, I don't know. I just decided why not, is the truth. So you have Glass Lip, which is this one. It's an ultra glossy lip. Sueno di Coco is an ultra matte, and Dulcet is an ultra matte as well. I will say I like more of their satin ones than the matte. I don't necessarily mind it, but it's still just like personal preference. I feel like they're a little bit more comfortable, whereas the other ones can be super drying. And I live in Arizona, so my lips are like a desert. All right, so let's go in with the gloss first. So in the bottle, it's super pretty. It's like an orange with like little glitter flecks. I would say on the lips, it more or less just looks very glossy. It's actually really pretty. It has some nice like little glitter specks in there, but super comfortable. I actually bought the Brillo one from the Dose of Colors with all the glitter in it, and some people love that formula, but like I love Dose of Colors lip glosses, and that one I could feel the glitter flecks, whereas this one, it's just super smooth. It doesn't really lean peach on my lips as far as like in the tube does, but I don't mind it. It's still a really pretty gloss. You could throw this over like pretty much anything. So next, let's do the watermelon one, because I'm probably gonna do the nude one to wear with this look. So let's do that one next. Okay, so this is Dulcet. I actually really like this color. I thought I wasn't going to, and that's why I was like, I should just buy the other two, but I thought it was gonna be a lot brighter, where it really on me is kind of like a, I wouldn't say a nude, but it's just a pretty, like, I could still wear this every day. You know what I mean? It's not too bright. It's not too loud. It's just a really nice, it goes really well with that eyeshadow. It's a very watermelon type shade, and it really doesn't feel bad so far. Like, I don't feel like it's emphasizing any of my lines. I don't look awful, is what I'm trying to say. I don't mind it. Let's do the next one. Okay, so this is the Sueño de Coco shade. This was by far my favorite. I just love nudes, you know, it's a problem. I will say that this one, I've left on my lips for a few seconds, and it does feel drying. I still love the color, so I'm okay with that. But just know it is a drying formula. If you were used to moisturizing ones, like, I kind of wish you would have done it in the other formulas Colourpop has, but I absolutely love the color. And I used Ice Latte lip liner to kind of go with it, and I do think it could transform into different shades depending on what lip liner you use, but I really love this color. Okay, so as far as swatches go, here is the palette. Obviously, like, that green stands out a lot, and I think at this point we kind of know swatches don't necessarily translate all the time. Here is the last row. I ran out of room, my arm's not so long. But I feel like there's a good amount of colors in here that I'm like, okay, I'll use this for sure. I will say though, there's a few that I wish that she probably hadn't have done in here. When looking at it, I think for lighter skin tones, you might really love certain colors in here, but on my skin tone and deeper ones, there's just a few shades that I'm like, I don't know if that's going to show up. I'm not saying it won't, I just don't see it showing up that great. Like, I'm going to swatch Sandalwood and In a Wink, and those are the two shades that I just wish, I didn't need like two shades like this. As well as, I kind of talked about this earlier, I wish there was a medium brown. I know that browns are boring, but I just feel like they're needed, you know? You need it. It's just a staple. I like to have it in almost every, I like to have it in every palette. There's not a whole lot of deep shades in here. Like, you have the dark maroonish shade, and then you kind of have Divina, but you guys saw that didn't really appear that dark in my crease, which is why I went in with the other one. So you don't really have like deep shades in here. You might have to reach for another palette. I still think you can get a lot of looks out of just this, but just, you know, just saying. But these are the two shades that I'm kind of like, they aren't the best suited, I guess, for my skin tone or my preference. I didn't need these. Overall though, it's a great palette. Like, it still performed really well. I did kind of want to show you guys the Kathleen Lights one compared to this one. Like I said, I haven't bought a whole lot of Colourpop palettes just because I feel like there's just too many and I get overwhelmed. The last one that really caught my eye was I think it was the Becky one, the Salvaje palette, which I feel like is probably going to be, that one has a lot of reds and cranberries in it, so it might be closer to this. But there's still some similarities. Like, let's go ahead and swatch a few shades in here. Okay, so you have the Aries here and Euphoric. So different, similar, but different. So obviously the Aries from the Zodiac collection. Any of the ones Zodiac names are obviously from Kathleen Light's Zodiac palette. Okay, this is Mesmerize from Iluvsarahii palette. And then this one is the Leo. So not exactly the same, but you know what I mean? Like, they all have kind of the same vibe. So little subtle differences, but not like huge, huge differences. And then lastly, I think that's kind of it. I will compare, Okay, then let's go ahead and swatch the blue and the green. The bright blue is from the Kathleen Lights. It's the Pisces. And then the other one, the emerald green, is from Iluvsarahii. So there's, like I said, everything is a slight difference. It's just not like a whole different, you know what I mean? They're definitely not the same. So if you really like it, then, you know, go ahead and get both, I would say. But there's definitely similarities between a lot of the Colourpop palettes. So just pick one that you really, like, draws you in, that you feel like you're going to use all the time. But overall, I'm not upset about it. The Kathleen Lights, I do want to compare sizes, is a lot smaller. So it was a few bucks cheaper, but as you can see, it is smaller for sure. I love that they've come out with a mirror. I think the packaging for Colourpop has gone far from when it started. Do I necessarily need cute packaging to pay more? Like, does that bother me a little? Like, I don't, the whole point of, like, the appeal of Colourpop is the affordability, so I just hope that they don't keep raising their prices and become, you know, not so affordable. But overall, 23 bucks, and then the lipsticks were 16 if you bought it with a bundle, 39 if you bought it together. So overall, I'm really happy with this. I love that shade I used on my lid. I like the look I came up with. I don't really have any complaints. Everything blended well. It's just more of, you know, it's great for the price point is what I'm trying to say. I still think it's a great palette. I have no complaints. I think I'll use this. But yeah, if you've been buying a lot of Colourpop palettes, is this going to be the most unique thing to you? Probably not. You know what I mean? Colourpop, just slow down. We love you, but slow your roll, you know? That's all I'm saying. So that is it for my review. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I will insert a quick, I do want to show you guys a swatch of this one, this lipstick, since you didn't see me applying it. But that is the Sueño de Coco on its own. But yeah, as far as the actual palette goes, I'm pretty happy about it. I'm excited to do more looks. Let me know what colors you guys want to see next. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.